Yeah, first and foremost, big congratulations to Fort Lewis. You know, we had a big-time worthy opponent tonight. They were very prepared. They executed their stuff. That's a really good team that we played tonight. And, you know, there's no coincidence that they're a top 10 team. You know, they've played like it all year long. And, you know, I want to give them the utmost respect and credit because they just imposed their will tonight and played very well. As we get into this press conference, obviously we're going to address our side of it. I have all 4 of my seniors here because we got to finish out. They started the journey with us, and so we want to finish the journey correctly with our seniors. But again, all praise to Fort Lewis. I thought our guys, from how hard you can play, and when you measure that, it was off the charts. We played extremely hard tonight. That was not the issue. You know, our guys gave us everything they had tonight. You know, it just wasn't enough. They were just much better than us tonight.
Okay.
For me, I was just trying to do my role on this team and that's kind of my thing, is try to bring energy to this team. And I knew if we lost, it'd be our last game, and so I had to give everything I had on the court, and that's what I tried to do tonight.
You know, at the end of the day, Fort Lewis did a good job on those guys. They made it very tough. You know, we didn't get a lot of easy catches down in there. You know, they did a good job on those guys. You know, we had intentions of going inside, you know, and thought they did a little bit better job defensively. You know, but it wasn't because those guys weren't giving an effort. And then in a game like that where the lead balloons, then we tend to go smaller to try and pick up the pace defensively a little bit. I didn't think that, you know, there was anything where they just had a fantastic game plan to stop those guys. You know, but, you know, we tried to put it in there a couple times. It just didn't happen for us. Yeah, it's always when you play for championships, and this was playing for a championship because, you know, if you win this game tonight, you advance to a championship. So it's that level of play. It's a postseason game. You know, free throws are always a factor in these kind of games, you know, and especially when you're playing from behind. You know, we missed 5 in a row during one stretch, and the problem is if you do that against a team like Fort Lewis who can score the basketball, not only are you getting you're giving up those points, but on the other end, they score. You know, and it was all over the place. It wasn't just one guy, you know. But that really hurt us because what that does if you make those free throws just kind of keeps you hanging around, you know. But sometimes it goes like that. You know, I can't explain it, but we hurt ourselves definitely in that area.
Well, first thing is he taught us, you know, off the court wise. He taught us to be a man, carry ourselves with great class, and you know that's what we learned. I think is the biggest thing. Us 3 coming back.
I've only been here for like 1 year, but he's definitely been like a father figure. You know, he teach you discipline on the court. You know, be a man, never put your head down, stay up. Go hard at everything you do, and he sees the potential in all of us, you know, and he always wants us to go hard and finish strong.
I just want to say thank you to Coach Clark because when I came here, I was a very childish 17-year-old kid, and walking out the door, I know that I can take everything, you know, serious. You know, everything I do is in perspective. You know, I know now life isn't just about basketball. You know, being around Coach Clark, he's let me know, you know, there's family, you know. Everything besides basketball is just as big as basketball. Basketball is just a thing to get your head off of other things in life. And I've been learning that with my family, dealing with some things right now, and I just appreciate him for that.
Kind of going off what DeShawn said, just I came in here just a kid out of high school, young kid, and he helped me really mature and become a young man. And I know in this next chapter of life, all the things he taught me, he's really going to help me out with.
I think he was a great player. He defended me really well. The whole team actually did. I felt like they were there every time I, you know, went to the basket or I tried to do anything. They were there. They were always closing in on me. But the matchup is kind of similar, you know. But he had a great night tonight. He was a great player, and he was the better player tonight. And I believe they deserved it.
I mean, it's very measurable, you know, and the credit goes to the players at the end of the day, you know. I just try and pull the strings and just figure out how to keep us together, you know, because it's been a tough year, a lot of ups and downs. But, you know, I'll go back to these seniors right here, you know, because without getting too philosophical, you got to be able to handle some things that don't go your way, you know. And so, but you don't accept it though when you have failure. When we lose games, for example, because it's all relative to what you do away from this sport right here. And that's why I have my seniors here, because I get a last message to them is when it doesn't go your way, you got to continue to fight, you know, like this game tonight. You know, obviously there was a point in time where we knew the game was pretty much done, but you got to continue to fight because that may create a spark for your next endeavor. You know, so for me, you know, I'm never going to accept us not having success. You know, and I think that's the key to it right there. You got to be able to deal with it. And so if anything rubs off on me with these 4 seniors right here is that, you know, expect some failure and you got to be able to deal with it, formulate a plan, and keep working towards your goal at the end of the day. You know, and I thought this team, man, for them to improve at the rate they did, you know, we were playing really good basketball the last 13 games. We were playing as well as anybody at the end of the day, and that's just that goes back. It's a player's game. And so I give all the credit to the players for hanging in there with us and still believing in the mission all the way down to the last second right there. And, you know, I'm going to miss these guys that are to my right and left. It's going to be a little weird not seeing them around. It's not always about the Mitches and the Knicks and the All-Americans and stuff. It's about the guys that just come and bring the hard hat every day and do their job, and they trust us, and they give love to the program, and they give it everything they got. And that's what these guys have done. And so I'm in great debt, you know, for what these guys have done for the program. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Since I've been here, I think I've been really positive about everything. You know, back in the past I wasn't at my best, but I've been positive this year. I feel like I've grown as a man on and off the court. All around, my game on the court has, you know, grown. I see the court well, and he's helped me grow and be a better player on the court, you know. And off the court, I mean, a lot to do with school, you know. They push me in school. All the coaches. It's not just Coach Clark. All the coaches. They push me in school to get high grades, and that's what I need. You know, I need someone that's going to be there and that's going to support me with school, and I think that's where they helped me out a lot while I've been here.
We had 10 new guys, you know, us 3 coming back, 4-year guys. We've been around the trap, so we know how Coach Clark is and all the coaching staff. So we just internal leadership was the big thing coming into the season. So I feel like us seniors, we did a good job, and we knew what Coach Clark wanted and expected from us. So
yeah, like you said, it was just all my teammates, man. You know, I stayed here that summer. Probably went home for about 2 to 3 weeks. Came back with the help of Steph, our trainer. You know, I got the knee right, and, you know, I was getting texts from boys, you know, Mitch, Nick, Willie, all of the guys that weren't even in America. They were checking up on me, seeing how the knee was. That really just helped me, you know, push through that. Just knowing that my teammates, you know, my brothers had my back, you know, Jourdon, Eric, just knowing that they all had my back through that whole little process.